Hi. Today I want to talk about success. Um, I think most people, or nearly everybody, defines success as financial success or success in terms of power or status. So, what other people think and how much money you make. Um, and and I think most people define themselves also as their own criteria, whether they're successful or not, is financial success, or if you're a sportsman, your achievements, etc. And this is kind of what we're taught while we grow up, get a safe job and make money, etc. But I think it's ultimately wrong, so to speak, currency. What I think success is if you're happy, and as overused the word happy is, I think ultimately it's the only criteria, because what helps you all the money that you have if you're not happy? So to make it say it more clearly, if you can choose between being extremely rich and unhappy, or being, I wouldn't say poor, because then you cannot be happy, but if you can choose between being extremely rich but unhappy, or just happy and financially kind of normally set up, then I would choose happy and normal financially, or average, happy in a heartbeat. And I think everybody would, if you have these two choices. And I really think these are the two choices. That doesn't mean you cannot make a lot of money, but make a lot of money in a way that makes you happy. So if you agree that happiness is the ultimate currency, and I'm not talking about being happy, every second, every day, but like kind of, what is your life goal? Make a lot of money and be professionally successful, or be happy? And they're not exclusive, but I think the focus needs to be on happiness. So if you agree on that, and if you're listening to that, you probably would agree, then the question is what makes us happy? And the interesting thing is, rather than thinking about this yourself rationally, etc., is why don't we just ask the people that have gone and are at the end of their lives? And there's two things I want to mention. First, there's a study from it's actually a book. It's called The 5 Regrets of the Dying. So it's a book from a nurse that was caretaking people when they knew they were about to die. So the last couple of days and weeks of their lives. And what she found is that everybody has the same regrets. And they're the obvious ones, that I should have spent more time with my family, I should have worked less hard, should have taken care more of myself, etc. And first of all, yes, these are obvious, but then if they're obvious, why do we not all live accordingly now? Because life is now. But I want to get to the main point. The number one regret of the people was they wished they had lived a life true to themselves, not the ones others expected to. And that's so powerful. That basically means every day when you're making decisions about life, relationships, work, you should ask yourself, what is going to make you happy? Because ultimately you're going to regret having made decisions for something else, because all the other things are irrelevant in relationship to happiness. And the other study I want to mention is the Harvard Grant study. It's a study that started in the 30s, where they followed 900 people. Half of them Harvard grads, Harvard MBA grads. A wide set of people. One of them was became even president, and the other 450 from the poorest neighborhood in Boston. And they followed these people up till today. I mean, many died, obviously, because the study is now, I think it has been going on for 90 years now. So most people died, and then they started following the relatives, so the children, etc. And they also started tracking. It was only men at the beginning. Now they started tracking the wives as well. And what they found out, what is basically the single most powerful predictor whether you're happy in life and whether you go through a happy life, is relationships, close relationships. So not Facebook friends, but people you love, and people that take care of you, and people that you want to take care of. So that can be family, children, parents, friends, colleagues, can be anything, but it's basically people that are really there for you. And we all have only a few of them, I guess, but these are really important. They will decide. And in nowadays life, with all of of us being all over the place, traveling all the time, having thousands of Facebook friends, these real, true relationships have become much harder to come by. And we live I mean, it's common sense that we live in one of the most lonely times ever, because we're not religious anymore, so there's no purpose, no clear purpose in life anymore. And at the same time, individualism has really gone ahead than creating a family, than being in a part of a family tribe. And I think you see that really strong in the US. Anyway, if you know that you regret not having lived a life true to yourself, and that relationships will ultimately determine, strong relationship will determine happiness, then why don't we just start focusing on that rather than on the other things? And that's really something I'm frustrated with society as a whole, that we get in school, really we get taught so many skills, but we don't get taught anything about how to live our lives and how to live a good life, because happy people are better for everyone, not just for the individual but for society, for everything. So I think it really has to become more conscious, and people have to become more aware of what to optimize things. And you should realize every time you make a decision about, you know, where to go, left or right, in a sense of like, oh, should I take this job or should I do what I really want to do but I don't get paid much, you basically make a decision about your happiness. Yeah, that's it for today. I actually uploaded all the existing videos to YouTube, and I indexed them and tagged them and made a short description so you actually know what's in the video. So you can just go there. Please subscribe to my channel, that would be great. And you can basically search for what you're interested in instead of having to watch everything or videos that might not interest you. Have a great night. Bye bye.